Our next story is from Africa, from Burkina Faso in the west. The country is part of the so-called coup belt of Africa. Since the year 2020, this belt has seen 7 successful coups. There were 2 in Burkina Faso in just 2022, 2 coups. And the second coup left the nation with its present government, a military junta. The junta had promised that their rule was temporary. They had vowed to hand power back to a civilian government by July 2024. Well, it seems the junta is going back on its word. It plans to rule for 5 more years, meaning Burkina Faso won't see elections till the year 2029. Here's our report.
Burkina Faso's ruling military junta made an announcement on Saturday. The junta decided to extend its grip on power by 5 years. For another 5 years, Burkina Faso will be ruled by a military dictator. Most likely by this man, Captain Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso's junta chief and interim president. Traore has already been in power for over a year now. He took control of the country in October 2022 in a coup d'etat against another military junta that had taken control earlier that very year. Yes, Burkina Faso saw a double coup in 2022. The first coup was led by another officer, Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba. He ousted a democratically elected government. Damiba said the civilian government was not doing enough to combat terror in the country, so he justified the coup by promising to protect the country. He didn't really get a chance, though. A few months later, he was ousted by Traore, who again promised to address Burkina Faso's terrorism problem. In fact, terrorism regularly plays a hand in inspiring military takeovers in the region. Burkina Faso is not unique. There have been 7 coups in the Sahel region since 2020. Along with Burkina Faso, coups have hit its neighbors, Niger, Mali, Chad and Guinea. 2 of these nations, Mali and Niger, also deal with terrorist insurgencies. There was public anger against the respective governments for failing to deal with the terror groups. The military capitalized on this anger and orchestrated coups. What has been the result? Well, terrorists are still around. The instability caused by the coups has allowed the terrorists to escalate their activities. In 2023, about 7,000 people were killed in Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger. This is according to ECOWAS, a grouping of West African nations. So despite the coups and the military being in charge, terror is on the rise. Meanwhile, basic needs are not being met. In Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger, 4.8 million people face food insecurity, and 2.4 million are internally displaced. So the military juntas have not proved to be good at governance. Despite this, they keep trying to hold on to power, saying they need more time to make things better. The Burkinabe junta is asking for 5 more years. Mali's junta recently asked for 3 more. Niger's junta took power last year, so it may be a few months before they announce an extension of their regime. And even if or when there's a return to civilian rule, there's no guarantee that the military won't be involved. Look at Chad, another coup-hit nation. Chad was taken over by a junta in 2021. The country held presidential elections this month, but the winner of the election happened to be the junta chief. Burkina Faso seems to be headed down the exact same path. Their military leader, Ibrahim Traore, will be standing for elections in 2029 or whenever they are held. How fair will these elections be? If Chad is anything to go by, not at all. So the people of Burkina Faso are likely stuck with Traore, or whichever military officer succeeds in overthrowing him, because it seems a coup is never far away in the West African Sahel.